I've done a number of videos around people and their talents, but this time we take things to the next level. These select few live lives very different to our own, and some may find it hard to believe they exist at all, yet they do. So join us as we count 10 people you won't believe are real. Number 10. Mikel Ruffinelli. What you're looking at right here is the largest hips and bottom in the world. Mikel Ruffinelli is the world record holder, and while it may seem like she should be hitting the treadmill, she says that she doesn't diet because despite her large figure, she has no health problems. She adds to this by saying that men like an hourglass shape, and her waist is proportionally smaller than her hips. Mikel admits that she experiences obstacles in everyday life. She finds it challenging to use the shower, which she has to gingerly step into over the side of the tub while turning her body to fit through the glass door's opening. Then she can only stand sideways. Number 9. Asha Mandela. This unusual lady has the longest hair in the world, which has been verified by Guinness and Ripley's. She has been growing her locks for over 23 years, and in that time it has grown to be over 5.7 meters long, which has led Asha to name herself the Black Rapunzel. One can only wonder how much that hair must weigh and how strong her scalp must be to keep it attached to her head. Number 8. Jyoti Amge. Jyoti Amge is an Indian actress who is most notable for being the world's smallest living woman, according to Guinness World Records. She has a height of just over 2 feet, or 62.8 centimeters. To put that into context, while she is 22 years old, she's the same length as the average 8-month-old female baby, or the average 6-month-old male baby. Her restricted height is due to a growth abnormality called achondroplasia, which has earned her TV appearances on Body Shock, Big Boss 6, and American Horror Story Freak Show. Number 7. Abigail and Brittany Hensel. Abigail Hensel and Brittany Hensel are dysphalic parapagus twins, meaning that they are conjoined twins, each of whom has a separate head but whose bodies are joined. They are highly symmetric for conjoined twins, giving the appearance of having just a single body without marked variation from normal proportion. In fact, several vital organs are doubled up. Each twin has a separate heart, stomach, spine, lungs, and spinal cord. Each twin controls her half of the body, operating one of the arms and one of the legs. This means that as infants, the initial learning of physical processes that required bodily coordination such as clapping, crawling, and walking required the cooperation of both twins. While each is able to eat and write separately and simultaneously, activities such as running and swimming must be coordinated and alternate symmetrically. Other activities as diverse as brushing hair and driving a car require that each twin perform a sequence of separate actions that coordinate with the other. Number 6. Mandy Sellars. Mandy Sellars is a woman with a rare genetic mutation that has caused an extraordinary growth in both of her legs. She was diagnosed with Proteus syndrome in 2006, a very rare condition thought to only afflict 120 people worldwide, but more recent diagnoses have focused on a gene mutation. Sellars' condition has been covered in several television programs, including a November 2009 interview where she estimated that she weighed around 133 kilos, 38 of it being her upper body and an astonishing 95 kilos of it being her legs and feet. Number 5. Lina Medina. What would you say if I told you that the youngest confirmed mother in medical history gave birth when she was just 5 years old? The answer is probably call me a nutter, but that is exactly what I'm telling you anyway. Lina Medina gave birth at the age of 5 years, 7 months and 17 days. She was originally thought to have had a tumor, but her doctors determined she was in her 7th month of pregnancy. A month and a half after the original diagnosis, Medina gave birth to a boy by a cesarean section on May 14th, 1939. So how on earth is that possible? Well, apparently she got her first period at only 8 months of age. She had significant breast development by the age of 4, and by age 5, her figure displayed pelvic widening and advanced bone maturation. Number 4. Biggest hands in the world. Dwangjae Samaksamam from Thailand suffers from a rare disease called macrodystrophia lipomatosa, which caused her arms to be filled up with fat deposits. Experts believe she is the only person in the world with the condition from the shoulder to fingers in both limbs. Moving can be very uncomfortable, and even the simplest tasks such as washing and combing her hair are extremely difficult for Dwangjae. Embarrassed by her condition throughout her childhood, she spent the first 20 years of her life as a recluse, ashamed of the way she looked, meaning she never went to school. But she was forced to come out of hiding at the age 20 to earn a living in order to care for her elderly parents and take over running of the family grocery shop. Number 3. Tom Staniford. Tom Staniford is an English paracyclist who was the 2011 National Paracycling Circuit race champion. He suffers from an incredibly rare disorder called MDP syndrome, which has only 8 recorded cases worldwide. It affects a number of things such as his hearing, metabolism, flexibility in his limbs, testosterone levels, but most noticeably, he is unable to store any fat in his body. This leaves him weighing only 29.9 kilos with a height of 191 centimeters. Number 2. Didier Montalvo. Nicknamed Turtle Boy for years, Didier Montalvo did not have the best start to his childhood. He was born with a rare condition called congenital melanocytic nevus, causing a giant mole to cover his back like a shell. It weighed over 20% of Didier's entire body weight, and doctors feared it could become malignant if it kept growing. Thankfully, in 2011, the youngster underwent a life-changing operation to remove the huge mole from his back. The operation was successful, and hopefully today Didier is living a more normal life than he was previously. Number 1. Pakkirappa Hunagundi. This extraordinary gentleman developed a taste for inedible objects at the young age of just 10. Since then, he has snacked on the walls and streets of Karnataka in India and claims that his habit has no ill effect on his health. He mainly eats mud, stones and bricks, but also enjoys a snack of charcoal from time to time. The bizarre eating disorder is thought to be a form of pica, an illness which gives sufferers an appetite for substances without any nutritional value. His mother has spent the last 20 years trying to convince him to quit consuming bricks and mud, but Pakkirappa insists these are the best tasting substances in the world, even better than divine nectar. So guys, does he look a little stoned to you? I'm sorry, that was terrible.